Hey everyone, today I'll be beating the Igris boss event using some of the worst mythics in the game. I'll also be using this loadout, but I'll talk more about that later. Let's just begin. The most important thing to beating this will be getting money. I mean a lot of it, I need it fast. So I start off by placing a few speedwagons, also place down my Tagaroda. So for the next few waves, I'm mainly gonna focus on upgrading the money units, and nothing else. The reason why is that I'm using units that aren't optimal, like Naruto and Sasuke. Most people will agree that Naruto and Sasuke are two of the worst mythics in the game. Sure, Sasuke has his done, but compared to other utility units and mythic units, he's just not that great. Then there's Naruto, he doesn't really have anything going for him. It's kinda bad in every way, except for his early area attack. While Naruto and Sasuke are two of the worst mythic units in the game, you can't really say the same about Cheyenne. She has good damage, good range, and her EO attacks are massive. On top of that, she has some really good passives that are really good against the boss, but while she is good, she isn't as good as some of the top mythic units in the game, which is why I'll be using her as my last mythic unit. The enemy seems to be getting close, which means I have to start staying on my defense. I'll start off by placing a Haruka for a damage buff, but also the range buff she provides after a few waves. Then I'll place down a Cheyenne, which I'll upgrade to level 3, and then to level 5 when I get the money. I'll upgrade my Tararoda till he reaches max level, and then I'll put down yet another Cheyenne, and this should be able to carry us for a while. Now that I've gotten a bit of money, I think it's time to place down off the Sasuke's for his stun he provides. I'm gonna spread them out to ensure that their attacks don't overlap too much, so that the enemies keep getting stunned as much as possible for as long as possible. Also gonna place down off the Naruto's, I'll upgrade down to level 4 so that they get some decent range and so that his AoE attack becomes slightly bigger. Just gonna place down the last chains and upgrade them so that we have some good damage for the incoming boss. Now that the first boss is here, let's see how well we do against him. Seems like it was no problem at all. Maybe these mythic units aren't so bad after all. Or maybe it's because it was the first boss. Who knows? I've got an interesting question for you guys. Since the boss event is ending soon, what event do you believe will come after? Maybe it will be another boss event, and if so, what boss would it be? Tell me down in the comments below. Also, since there's not much happening, I'll just speed up the footage until the next boss. And down the second boss goes. With how it's been going this far, there shouldn't be any problems winning this run. But we've also just hit wave 30, which which is one of the waves that causes most runs to fail, both because of the last boss, his big HP bar and his annoying flea mechanic, but also because of all the small enemies. You need good damage on a single target for the boss, but you also need really good AoE damage for all the small enemies, and if you don't have both, you're gonna fail. Luckily, we do have Chain and Naruto, which both have really good AoE damage, so we should be covered against the small enemies, especially when we have Sasuke, which stuns them as well. Chain also does really good single target damage and ignores the stun mechanic, so the boss should be a piece of cake. The final boss is getting close. All of his minions have been slain, but will he fall as well? Or will he stand tall and survive? Or is he alone, the honored one? Just gonna see if there's anything else I can upgrade with the remaining money. I might as well upgrade the Sasuke, just for the damage. It is getting kinda far, but our units are putting in the work, so it should be no problem. He's near the end, but it seems that he too has been defeated. And that's how you beat the Igris boss event using bad mythic units. See you next time.